Ruby. I believe that laughter is the best medicine. I think of comedians as laugh doctors. I'm practicing without a license, so no laugh scared. Benefits of laughter include relieving stress, increasing cardiovascular health, strengthening of face muscles, and it boosts your mood by releasing endorphins or something. I'm not exactly sure how that works. Side effects of laughter include side pain, shortness of breath, uncontrollable urination, hernias, in extremely rare cases, can cause suffocation leading to death. Extremely rare, extremely rare. So I believe that laughter is our most powerful coping mechanism. With great power comes great responsibility. We all have to be our best comedians. I believe that everybody's funny, and we have to be our best comedians because if we can't make ourselves laugh, how can we expect anybody else to make us laugh? It's just like masturbating. My mom's a children's entertainer. She teaches kids life lessons like, my hands go on me. So naturally I started masturbating at I remember the first time I cared that somebody else thought I was funny. My senior year of high school, I took an improv class, and it was, improv is a fun elective. There was the whole range of typical high school kids in our improv class. We had the druggy burnouts that were taking the class because it was easy. We had the dumb jocks taking the class because it was hard to fail. The serious theater people taking it because it was the easiest theater credit. People like me who are natural, so improv is easy for us. And the last day of class, it was the class show, end of semester class show. And I'm sitting behind these two kids in my class, Brad and Mitch. And Brad is really popular. He's attractive, plays lacrosse, smart. He's into theater. He wants to go to California and be an actor. And so he's, very charming. The ladies love him. And then Mitch, he's just middle of the road, whatever dude, not ugly, not ugly. And trying to be in with the in crowd. And Brad's like, dude, everybody in this class sucks. Nobody in this class is funny except for us. Yeah, dude, totally. You're totally right. Like, nobody in this class. Like, we're the only people in this class. Like, these jerkwads. That's like, I don't want to be in the scene with everybody except for you in the class show. Yeah, totally. Me too. I don't want to be in the scene with anybody else. Like, genuinely, we're the only funny one. I'm like, these assholes. So rude. Dumb boys. And then Brad's like, yeah, dude, only you. Or Ruby. She's pretty funny. I would do a scene with Ruby. I'm like, oh my God! He's so hot! I'm going to talk about something else, too. I don't have any pockets. So. Oh, yeah, so a few months later, I went off to college. Before I went off to college, my dad took my brother and I shopping at Costco. My brother is 2 years younger than me, so he was in high school at the time. And when we get home from Costco, we're unloading the car, and my dad took some stuff inside, and my brother and I are getting stuff out of the trunk, and we noticed that there are 2 boxes of 100-count Durex condoms. And I'm like, why did Dad get these? My mom's past childbearing age. My dad's had a vasectomy. We act like we didn't see him. We're putting stuff away in the kitchen, and a few minutes later, my dad comes into the kitchen, and he's like, hey kids, don't tell your mom about this. I'm not encouraging you to have sex, but I'm not stupid. And if you're gonna be having sex, you're not gonna find a better deal on condoms. As Stephanie mentioned, my name is Ruby Roknic, and I really like my name. I like my name so much that I did not change it when I got married. I was at Lowe's recently. My husband is a veteran, and I was at Lowe's recently and gave the cashier my husband's phone number to use our veteran discount. And they asked to see an ID, and I pulled out my name and I said, I'm not Zane, Zane is my husband, it's not me. He said, oh, well, as long as your last names match, it shouldn't be a problem. Excuse me? I am a modern woman, and I did not let him put his name on me like a piece of food in the work refrigerator. I worked at Lowe's for a hot second, as the kids say. I don't have any kids of my own, but I do believe that it takes a village. Working at Lowe's, I was a cashier, and as a cashier, your days are either really boring or really annoying. Two things you don't want your day to be. So once, really busy Saturday, I'm checking out a customer, and you know the drill. Did you find everything okay today? Great. This item doesn't have a sticker on it, no barcode. So you have to call the department, wait for them to answer the phone. Yes, this is register 3. I have a brown vent cover that doesn't have a sticker on it. And you wait for them to find the item. And then they give you the item number, you type it in. You said 567817, item that I found. So then you have to wait for them to come up here. They'll be right here in a moment to look at this item. And while we're waiting, I see a woman and her 2 kids come in through the exit, walk right past the chips and soda and candy. And I see the kid ask his mom for a snack. She said no, she's busy. She probably packed a healthy snack he didn't want in the car. I see him squat down as his mom walks off to get a bag of popcorn, and I say, hey kid, the popcorn's stale, you don't want that. He puts it down and runs out, runs after his mom. As soon as he was out of earshot, I reassured everybody, nothing has expired here, we rotate our stock regularly. I was just lying to that kid because it takes a village. I used to babysit and nanny, and now I'm a supervisor at a pie factory. It's not too much different, just babysitting adults now. I still have to say things like, remember to use your manners. My favorite, no roughhousing around the machinery. Thank you. The difference between kids and adults is when kids don't pay attention, they might knock over their juice or poke their sister with a stick, but when adults don't pay attention to what they're doing, they might accidentally crush another adult's hand.
Get it, girl! Get it!
Breaking their fingers. That happened to me at work. So if you find a pie with my fingerprints in the bottom crust, you win a tour of the factory. I lived in Carson City, Nevada for a few months. And the funny thing about Nevada and Nebraska is people who've never been to either place use them interchangeably. So people like to retire in Carson City. It's a nice small town. There's mountains to the west, deserts to the east. There's no state income tax. The state functions by gambling. There's casinos on every corner and in between. Literally, the gas stations and the grocery stores have slot machines instead of cashiers. So it's beautiful. It's a small town, easy to get around. It's easy to spend all your retirement money. Plenty of space to expand the cemetery, so you can see why people want to retire there. So when I meet people retire there, there's a lot of people over 65 there, which is fun. It's a wise town. I would work out at the community center. Whenever I go to the community center gym, there was always just one or a few old white guys. I'm not ageist, I'm just observant. They were always really excited to see me and really friendly, not in a creepy way. They just were excited to see that the species was still surviving. One day I was leaving the grocery store and I pulled out of the parking lot and down the block, right in the middle of the street, there is this old white guy. I'm not racist, I'm just observant. He's walking down the center of the street, pushing a grocery cart full of groceries. And it was an amusing sight to me. I'd never seen that. So I was thinking about it. It makes sense. He probably lives right down the street. He doesn't have a driver's license, can't drive anymore. He's probably gonna come back later that day or tomorrow because he forgot something. And if you think about pushing a cart on the sidewalk, if your balance is already compromised, that could be dangerous. So he was just walking down the middle of the street. As I slowly drove around him, I wanted to take a picture because it was so funny to me, and I didn't want to offend him because I respect our elders. But he probably wouldn't have even noticed that I had a phone and that had a camera on it. But my favorite moment living in Carson City was I had just moved into a one-bedroom apartment, and a couple days later, get a knock on the door. It's this middle-aged white guy, not sexist, observant. Hey, I'm Larry, I'm the maintenance guy, I live up in 205. Man, am I glad to see you're under 65. The last 2 people died in this apartment. He told me that the last lady he was really close with, and he found her in the closet. I don't know what she was doing in the closet, besides dying. But just like the previous tenants, it didn't end up living there for very long.